I'm Gage, and today I'm going to give you my top 5 tricks for making music that I've learned from making music every single day for 100 days. Before that though, I would like to recommend a plugin that I use all the time. So the plugin that I like to use a lot is called Captain Chords. Now Captain Chords lets you choose a key, and it'll give you all or most of the chords in that key. And you can change the flavor, the inversion. There's a list of progressions that are already built. It's a great plugin, and I use that all the time, which goes perfectly into my first tip, which is to experiment with the chords. Where like at the beginning of a song, and for most of this video I'm going to be using my song For You as an example. For You comes out on May 20th, links in the description. But for a song, you might just have 4 chords that don't really do much. They just are. Right? Okay. But then, I've learned while making music every single day that getting fancy with the chords and adding different rhythms to the chords and just changing the flavors of the chords. You can keep the same chords. You can keep the same 1, 3, 5, 7 progression or whatever it is, but change it up a bit. So we had those 4 chords. Now if we go here, you can hear that I just changed it up a little bit. The chords do a cool thing, right? They go ba da da da, right? Like they do the 1, 2, and then the chord an octave higher, and then the 3 that's an octave lower. So, right, doing that, I've just learned that doing that helps me diversify the melody and helps me diversify the entire song as well. Yeah, which also brings me into my second tip, which is your DAW's built-in MIDI effects. Now, Ableton has these built-in MIDI effects, which are already open here on the left. There's an arpeggiator effect, a chord effect, note length, pitch, random, scale, and velocity, which is super cool. I used the arpeggiator one. I use the arpeggiator effect a lot, but I use it specifically in this one. So here's this part without the arpeggiator. Right? Okay. Alright. When I put an arpeggiator on that, and it completely separates this part of the song from the beginning. Just that one effect makes this one part, this whole bit, sound completely different from the part before it, even though it's the same thing. My third trick that I've learned is to use presets, right? Like all the plugins, a lot of them have presets, and those presets are designed by professionals, so they're gonna sound great. And then you can go from there and change all the settings to your heart's content, finding the sound you want. And I think it saves a lot of time on sound design, and also using the presets, for me at least, has helped me find what sound I need, where I don't really know where I'm going with something, but then I hear a specific sound and I get an idea in my head. So presets are great. They save a lot of time. Yeah. My fourth tip is to not get stuck in like a routine or a specific, like, you can do things one way several times and that's fine, but like, don't do the same thing over and over again expecting different results. Like, here's an example of some of my previous work. Alright, so this is from March of me making music every single day. And this, the melody is the chords and this really like arpeggiator in the high end of the piano. You know, sounds really pretty. I actually really like this piece. I can't for the life of me remember what day it is, but I really like it. You know, this part, this song is also still from March, but you can hear it's just some basic chords with an arpeggiator, bass line comes in, and a melody. I really like this piece, but this is what I always do. I just get chords and I leave them the same. I throw a bass line in, maybe some drums, and a melody, right? And that limits what I can do, where when I push myself outside of my routine, I get something like this. Just something so pretty and just the complete opposite of what I would normally do. And I love this piece. And again, it's coming out on May 20th everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, maybe not Apple Music actually, because Apple has some stupid rules regarding classical music. Now, before I get to my fifth tip, if you've been enjoying this video so far, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Now, my fifth tip is to just play around on an instrument. Just sit down and just mess around. And if you play something that you like, remember it and then use it. There's a story to this one. A few years ago, I was I think my freshman year of high school, and I'm a junior now, but my freshman year, I was just playing on the piano. Like, I didn't even know how to play the piano then. Like, or not as well as I do now. I was bad at everything back then. Now I'm only bad at the one thing that I want to do. I played this really cool thing in C major or A minor. I really liked it. It stuck to me for years. And like December, like this last December, I used it in a project I was working on. And yeah, let me pull that up. And I used it, and I really liked the resultant piece. And then I even changed it up a little bit. And it turned into this cool thing that ended up being the chorus of this piece. And the original bit I played ended up being part of the bridge. I wrote the pre-chorus after all this. I wrote the pre-chorus after I had already decided to use this in a song. Just writing one little bit to base an entire song around, and at least helped me a lot to write. It's still loading. Okay. Jeez. Load. Yes, I know I don't have Helm installed anymore. When I was playing the piano, I ended up playing this. Wait, which I had eventually ended up turning into this. Ended up playing that, which then turned into this. Oh, I just killed my camera. Oops. Which ended up turning into the chorus for this piece. And then the original bit I played turned into the bridge. Yeah, so just because I had sat down at the piano and just played something completely random that just stuck in my head, and then I was able to write that, and I'm still not done with that. God, I don't think I'll ever be done with that piece. So those were the 5 music production tips and tricks that I've learned through making music every single day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I've I'm uploading daily still, so please consider checking out the rest of my videos. I really enjoy making them. I really enjoy making this kind of video as well. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.